guys, welcome to this channel that is Economics at a Glance. So today we have come upon with some MCQs which are very important for every kind of competitive exams you are facing these days. You can take it as ICAR-JRF, SRF, UGC-NET, ICAR-NET, NABARD, RBI Grade A and Grade B exams. So compiling all the important MCQs, here is the video in front of you. So guys, if you find it useful, do mention it in the comment box and don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. So without delaying 1 second, let's start with our question series. So here is our first question that is on. So our first question is what is a fiscal deficit? Okay. Well, let me tell you, normal way you can get two types of term. One is fiscal and other is monetary. And monetary is what? Any kind of monetary term that will be completely related to RBI, that is the Bank of India. But in case of fiscal term, it may be fiscal surplus, fiscal deficit. It is always related to government of the particular country. So our question is here, what is fiscal deficit? Okay. So what do you mean by fiscal deficit? Well, fiscal deficit means the difference between what the government of particular country has done expenditure in that particular year minus what he has received from that country in that particular year. In a simple language हम कह सकते हैं कि गवर्नमेंट ने एक साल में क्या खर्चा किया है कंट्री में और खर्चा करने के बाद उसी साल उसको क्या मिला है इन मॉनेटरी टर्म्स. अगर हम उसको माइनस कर देते हैं, जो मिलता है वो है ग्रॉस डेफिसिट और दैट इज फिस्कल डेफिसिट. अंडरस्टूड? सो the options are, see, first is the gap between the export and import minus external borrowing. Well, we are not talking about export import here, so this got cancelled. Next is the gap between the value of export and import. Export and import is not related to this concept. Third one is the gap between the total expenditure and total receipt of government. See, I have told you any kind of activity related to government, and the concept is whatever he has done expenditure in 1 year and what he has received in that particular year from the country, that difference will give you the fiscal deficit. Okay, and if your receipt is more than expenditure, it will be fiscal surplus. If your expenditure is greater than receipt, then it will be your fiscal deficit. So this is all about this concept. And let me add one thing for the current affair for 2021. Your fiscal deficit is 3.5% of GDP. GDP means gross domestic product. Okay, हमारा जितना भी gross domestic product है इंडिया का, उसका 3.5% में चल रहा है हमारा fiscal deficit. Okay, so this is all about this first question. Moving to second question, that is on. So second question is, how will a reduction in the bank rate, it will affect the availability of credit? Okay, so before moving to the options, let me tell you what do you mean by bank rate. Well, bank rate is an interest rate which is charged by the Central Bank of India, that is RBI, when departing loans to the commercial banks. जब आरबीआई कमर्शियल बैंक को लोन देता है, उसके बदले में जो इंटरेस्ट रेट चार्ज करता है उसको हम बोलते हैं बैंक रेट. ओके, सो व्हेन द बैंक रेट विल डिक्रीज, दैट मीन्स लेस इंटरेस्ट रेट, सो कमर्शियल बैंक विल गेट मोर अमाउंट ऑफ मनी. बैंक रेट जो कि है इंटरेस्ट रेट, अगर घट जाएगा, डिक्रीज हो जाएगा, तो कमर्शियल बैंक को इजी हो जाएगा ज्यादा लोन लेने में. जब कमर्शियल बैंक के पास ज्यादा लोन मिल गया है तो वो हमें भी कम रेट में दे सकता है कि नहीं. हमारा भी अगर इंटरेस्ट रेट कम हो गया, हम भी ज्यादा लोन लेंगे. तो क्या हुआ फाइनली, व्हेन द बैंक रेट हैज बीन डिक्रीज्ड, कमर्शियल बैंक विल गेट मोर मनी बिकॉज द इंटरेस्ट रेट इज लेस. व्हेन ही विल गेट मोर मनी, ही कैन गिव अस मोर मनी and with a less rate of interest, right? So the option here will be, what is the effect on availability of credit? What will be the answer? Well, moving to the MCQs. Credit will increase, credit will not increase, credit will decrease, and none of the above. What will be the answer? Credit will increase. Yes, credit will increase because we can get more money also, right? Okay, so the current affair thing is in 2021, if any exam you can get this question, what is the bank rate in the current year 2021? That is 4.25%. Remember, 4.25% is the current bank rate followed by RBI. Okay, so moving to the third question, that is on our third question, that is on, see, in the second nationalization of commercial banks, how many banks got nationalized? Here is your question. So as you know, the nationalization of commercial banks, till now only 20 banks got nationalized. Okay, till now 20 banks got nationalized. Okay, coming to the question, second nationalization of commercial banks. Well, first nationalization was done in 1969. Okay, and second nationalization is got on 1980. Okay, right? Okay, so here our third question is, that is on, in the second nationalization of commercial banks, how many banks got nationalized? Well, the answer, the MCQ's answers options are 5, 4, 6 and 8. Well, the answer is 6. Why 6? Because till now 20 banks got nationalized, only 20 banks. So there is two phases of nationalization. First phase was on 1969, July 19th, when only 14 largest commercial bank got nationalized. Okay, after that in the revised format, again second nationalization occurred, and that was on 1980. Okay, remember, first nationalization 1969, second nationalization was on 1980, and in the second nationalization only 6 bank got nationalized. First nationalization 1969, 14 bank got nationalized. In second nationalization, that was on 1980, 6 bank got nationalized. This is all about this third question. So here is the fourth question, that is, what bull and bear, they are associated with which branch of commercial activity? Well, I think all of you are very well known to this term. Well, what is the answer? Let me give you the MCQ options. That is, first is banking, second foreign trade, third share market, and fifth one is manufacturing. Well, the answer is share market. Why? These two terms are very well known terms in share market. Let me give you the explanation of these two terms, bull and bear. Bull means when the economy is sound. That means the value of your share is increasing, is more. Okay, that means economy is sound, and this is called bull market. In contrast, what is bear market? The economy is in recession period. That means the value of your share is decreasing now. Okay, so this is the two differentiation of bull market and bear market. Okay, so this is very well known question. I think most of you have known that. Moving to the next question, that is fifth question, and that is on. So here is the fifth question, that is, among the currency codes, that is USD JPY, that is Japanese yen, USD euro and USD CAD, that is Canadian dollar, which one of the following is referred as the base currency for codes? Okay, let me tell you, this is the short question in every competitive exam, and the very short answer is US dollar. Okay, don't confused about this Japanese yen and Canadian dollar, any kind of dollar. Always the answer will be US dollar. In every cases, US dollar is the base currency. Okay, so answer here is the answer A, that is US dollar. Okay, the answer will be the option A, that is US dollar. Yeah. So moving to the next question, that is 6th number question, and that is on. Okay, so here is the 6th number question, that is on, which of the following cost is related to marginal cost? Well, the options are, first variable cost, second implicit cost, third prime cost, and fourth one, that is fixed cost. Well, the answer is variable cost, option A, that is variable cost. Why? See, what is marginal cost? Marginal cost means what extra cost changed when you go for an extra unit addition or deletion of your product. Okay, or production. अगर आप प्रोडक्शन को घटाते हो या फिर इंक्रीज करते हो बाय 1 यूनिट, आपका मार्जिनल और जो कॉस्ट है वो कितना चेंज हो रहा है. मान लो कि आप कुछ प्रोडक्शन कर रहे हो, उसका चार्जेस और कॉस्ट हो रहा है 100 रुपए, 100 रुपीज. ओके, अगर प्रोडक्शन आपने 1 यूनिट बढ़ाया, ठीक है, तो कॉस्ट भी बढ़ेगा. ठीक है, तो कॉस्ट कितना बढ़ा, 150 हो गया. तो कितना बढ़ा, 50 रुपए। सो वही 50 रुपए हो गया आपका मार्जिनल कॉस्ट। द डिफरेंस in the cost when you go for extra 1 unit change in your production, that is called marginal cost. So we know that fixed cost never changes. Prime cost is another name of fixed cost. Implicit cost is a self-owned cost, like what is the cost of the family labor, family persons, that cannot be. So whatever left, that is variable cost. Okay, and this is the answer. So moving to the next question, that is, the next question is, average revenue means what? Option A, the revenue per unit of commodity sold. Option B, the revenue from all the commodities sold. And the third one, the profit realized from the marginal unit sold. Or the last option, that is the profit realized by sale of all commodities. Well, what is the answer? The answer will be option A, that is the revenue per unit of commodities sold. As we all know that the revenue, total revenue, that is price into quantity. Whatever quantity you have sold and what is the price you have charged, total price into total quantity, that will give you total revenue. And whenever we are about to calculate average thing, always we consider per unit commodity. Average revenue, that means total revenue per commodity. Average cost, total cost per commodity. So every average concept will go for per commodity. So the answer will be the revenue per unit of commodity sold. That is the option A. Right? Clear? Okay. So moving to the next question, that is on number question 8 is, equilibrium price in the market is determined by option A, equality between the marginal cost and average cost. Option B, total cost, total revenue equality. Third one, the equality between average cost and average revenue. And the last one, equality between the marginal cost and marginal revenue. See, I have discussed many times, like whenever you are getting any kind of question regarding equilibrium, always go for the option that is marginal cost and marginal revenue equality. Okay, because it is the sole option you will prefer in every question. In the most of the cases, go for equality between the marginal cost and marginal revenue. Okay, and the slope of marginal cost should be less than the slope of marginal revenue. These 2 points, when they will get satisfied, it will be the price equilibrium point. Okay, so always choose the option where you can get equality between marginal cost and marginal revenue. Getting the point? So here the answer is option D, that is equality between marginal cost and marginal revenue. Getting? Coming to the next question, that is on, so here is the next question, that is the major aim of devaluation is, your first option is encourage the import, second option encouraging the export, and the third encouraging both export and import, and the last option discouraging both. Well, let me tell you the answer. The answer is option B, that is encouraging the export. Okay, answer is B, that is encouraging the export. Well, why encouraging export? See, this is a question is about devaluation. So what do you mean by devaluation? Well, devaluation means decreasing the value of your own currency compared to the foreign currency. How? See, now in the present situation, $1 can buy 75 rupees commodity in India, right? When the government will increase the 75 rupees to 80 rupees, that means with the same $1 rupee, we can now purchase 80 rupee commodity. पहले क्या होता था, $1 में हम 75 रुपीज का कमोडिटी खरीद सकते थे. अभी क्या हुआ है कि गवर्नमेंट इंक्रीज कर दिया 80 रुपए तक, मतलब $1 के बदले में हम 80 रुपए की चीजें खरीद सकते हैं. दैट मीन्स व्हाट हैपेंस, द वैल्यू ऑफ आवर करेंसी हैज बीन डिक्रीज्ड. दैट इज कॉल्ड devaluation. And majorly why devaluation occurs? Just to increase the export. When you devalue your currency, it will attract the foreign investor to invest your country. They will import more from our country, means the export of our country will increase. When export of our country will increase, what will happen? more currency will come to our country. That means it will also boost our economy. So it is one practice just to increase our currency inflow, and that is called devaluation, but it is occurred in very minimal way. Okay, so answer here is encourage the export, right? Moving to the next question, that is on. Okay, the next question, that is on when a country or company exports a product at a price that is lower in foreign importing market than the price in exporter's domestic market, it will be considered as C. First option discrimination, second option dumping, third option price devaluation, and fourth one hedging. Okay, so the question what he asked, when a country or company sell a particular product in the foreign country in the price lower than the cost incurred by the producer, मतलब अगर कोई पर्सन और एंटरप्रेन्योर अपनी इंडिया का कोई प्रोडक्ट बाहर कंट्री में बेच रहा है जो कि जो कॉस्ट है उससे कम दाम में बेच रहा है, ठीक है, तो उस प्रोसेस को हम क्या बोलते हैं? मान लो कि कोई फोन अगर है, आईफोन है, यहाँ पे प्रोडक्शन हुआ इंडिया में, ठीक है, उसमें खर्च हुआ 1 लाख रुपए, पर जो एंटरप्रेन्योर है वो बेच रहा है बाहर कंट्री में 70,000 में, मतलब 1 लाख खर्चा किया है बट 70,000 में सेल हो रहा है, तो उस प्रोसेस को हम क्या बोलते हैं? उसको बोलते हैं हम डंपिंग. Remember, this process is called dumping and this is considered as illegal practice. Okay, never go for dumping anytime. This is called illegal. Moving to the next question. So here is the question, that is what are the open market operations? Okay, here is your option. First, activities of SEBI, that is Stock Exchange Board of India, registered brokers. Second option, selling of currency by the RBI. Third option, selling of gilt-edged securities by the government. And the fourth one, that is sell of share by FIIs, financial institutions. Okay, so the answer will be the third one, selling of gilt-edged securities by government. Okay, number third option, that is C. Okay, why C? Open market operation, as you all know, that it is performed by RBI in two situations. If there is an inflation in the economy or if there is a deflation in the economy. Any kind of market disequilibrium that will be adjusted by this open market operation. So what basically occurs in this open market operation? Suppose let's say there is an inflation in the economy. Inflation means there is more money in the market, more money chasing few products. That is what inflation. So to solve this problem, we need to decrease the amount of money hold with the people. So what happens in this case? RBI sells the securities. When RBI sells the government securities in the market, the money will be grabbed to RBI. And in the opposite case, when there is a deflation or recession case, there is a need of currency in the market. At that time, what RBI does? RBI will purchase the government securities. When RBI will purchase the government securities from the money market, that means more amount of money will be flown from RBI to the market. Yes or no? So this is basically called open market operation. Only the purchasing or selling of government securities. Okay, remember, open market operation means either purchase or sell of government securities in the money market. Okay, so here is your answer, that is selling of gilt-edged securities by the government. Clear? Okay, moving to the next question. So here is the question. The type of note issue system followed in India is, first option, maximum fiduciary system, second option, minimum reserve system, third one, proportionally fiduciary system, and the last one, fixed fiduciary system. Well, the answer will be minimum reserve system. Remember, this is very important, and in most of the competitive exam it is the most common question. Like in our India, the currency system follows which system? That is minimum reserve system. That is your option B. Okay, let me tell you what is this minimum reserve system. Generally, RBI follows minimum reserve system. That means before issuing any kind of credit to the commercial banks or the economy, RBI needs to follow minimum reserve of 200 crore, and that comprises of foreign currency, gold reserve and many other bullion reserves. Okay, and among that 200 crore there should be 115 crore minimum of gold reserve. Okay, if the minimum reserve is maintained, then only RBI is able to perform its function. Getting my point? So that is called minimum reserve system, which is followed in India. Okay, remember, in every cases minimum reserve system is only followed in India, and that is by RBI. So here is the question. Economic growth is usually coupled with first option inflation, second deflation, third stagflation and fourth hyperinflation. Well, let me tell you the answer. The answer is option A, that is inflation. Okay, option A, inflation. Why inflation? See, generally when there is a growth occurred in an economy, or simply you can say when in a country there is economic growth, what happened? First, the disposable income lied with the customers or consumers, it will increase. And when the disposable income with the consumer increases, what happens? More money is present in the market, and when more money is present in the money market, it will probe to inflation. What is inflation? More money chasing few goods. Okay, and this only occurred when the disposable income with the consumer has been increased. Getting the point? So economic growth is usually coupled with this condition that is called inflation. Okay, getting the point? Okay, so moving to the next question, that is on so here is the question. Mixed economy means an economy where there is a coexistence of public sector and private sector. Second option is both agriculture and industry are equally promoted by the state. Third one, there is importance of small scale industries along with heavy industries. And the last option, that is economy is controlled by military as well as civilian rules. Let me tell you, there are majorly three types of economy: capitalistic, socialistic and mixed economy. Another type is there, communist, but majorly we are classifying the economy into three types: capitalistic, socialistic and mixed economy. Generally what happens in capitalistic economy? The maximum role is of the private industries. There is no role of public sector enterprises. Only the decision making rules are lying with the private sector. Okay, and that is followed in US and developed countries. Okay, next is socialistic economy, where the maximum role is of the public sector. Okay, it is generally followed in the Soviet Union areas. And the third one is mixed economy. That means there is the equal proportion of both private sector and public sector. Okay, both private sector and public sector operated simultaneously, and that's why it is called mixed economy, and it is followed in our country, that is India. So the answer will be option A. There is a coexistence of public sector along with private sector. Getting my point? Okay, so option A is your answer. Moving to the next question. So here is the question: when the price of any product increases, the consumer surplus will dash. First option remains same. Second option, it will decrease. Third option, it will increase. And fourth option, both B and C. Well, fourth option will be automatically deleted because both decrease and increase cannot be the answer, right? Okay, so let me tell you the answer. The answer will be option B, that is decreases. Why? See, we all know that consumer surplus is inversely proportional to the price. As it is inversely proportional to the price, then when price will increase, obviously consumer surplus will decrease. Yes or no? Right? So the answer will be option B, and it decreases. Moving to the next question. So the question here is: stagflation implies a case of first option galloping inflation, second recession plus inflation, third adverse balance of trade, And fourth one, rising wages and employment. Well, let me tell you the answer. The answer will be option B, recession plus inflation. Why? See, majorly what happens in case of stagflation? Stagflation is a condition of inflation coupled with recession. That means inflation is here in the economy, let's say. Inflation means more amount of money chasing few goods. Okay, that means we are having more amount of money. All people are having good amount of money. But there is a stagnation in the output. Compared to the increase in money, output is not there. That means for that limited amount of output, people has to pay more. Yes or no? So the inflation when added with the stagnation of output, that is recession, this is called stagflation. Okay, so your answer will be option B, that is recession plus inflation. Another thing is here, stagflation is a very bad situation in the economy, because when stagflation occurs, okay, we have more amount of money, पैसा ज़्यादा है पर आउटपुट नहीं है, तो वो कम अमाउंट ऑफ आउटपुट जो है उसको खरीदने के लिए हमें ज़्यादा पे करना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि कंपटीशन बढ़ जाएगी. Yes or no? When competition is more, that means we have to pay more for a little amount of commodity. So what happened? This will affect the poor people of our economy. So it will imply a very bad situation in the economy. This is called stagflation. Okay. So next question is, so here is the question, that is Amartya Sen, who has awarded a Nobel Prize in Economics, his contribution is towards that sector for which he was awarding Nobel Prize. Okay, so the options are, first monetary economics, second welfare economics, third one econometrics, and fourth one development economics. Well, the answer, let me tell you, it is option B, that is welfare economics. Okay, it's option B, welfare economics. Why? Because Amartya Sen's interest was majorly on the problem of society's poor people. Okay, how to increase the welfare of the poor sections of a society, and that is why he has got the Nobel Prize. So the answer here will be the welfare economics, right? It's option B, welfare economics. Moving to the next question. So here is the question, that is, which of the following market types has only few competing firms? Okay, and the options are, first perfect competition, second monopoly market, third oligopoly market, and last one monopolistic market. Well, we know that when in a market there is large number of seller and large number of buyer, then it will be obviously perfect competitive market. And when there is only one seller only, okay, it will be monopoly. But the question here is few competing firms, means few seller. Whenever you will get the word few seller, obviously the answer will be oligopoly market. And the answer here is option C, that is oligopoly market, right? So here is your option, C is your answer. So here is the question, the shape of average fixed cost is parabola shape, hyperbola shape, U-shaped, or L-shaped? Well, the answer is hyperbola shape. Why? Because in cost curve, every cost curve has more or less similar shape, that is U-shaped, except one, that is average fixed cost, and that is having the shape that is hyperbola shape. Okay, I think most of you have known this concept, that the curve of average fixed cost is hyperbola, and rest of the curves having similar structure, that is called U-shape. Okay, moving to the next question. So here is the next question. The elasticity of demand in case of monopoly market, whether it is inelastic, elastic, unitary elastic, or perfectly inelastic. Let me tell you that in perfectly competitive market only, the elasticity of the demand is perfectly elastic. That means elasticity is equals to infinity. Apart from that, in every market situation, the demand curve is relatively inelastic, or we can say less elastic. Less elastic or relatively inelastic means elasticity value is less than 1, right? Yes. So here answer will be option B, that is elasticity less than 1. Correct? Yes. Moving to the next question, that is on The term green GNP, it emphasizes first option, rapid growth of GNP, second, increase in per capita income, third, employment economic development, and fourth one, sustainable development. See, the answer will be option D, sustainable development. Write it, option D, sustainable development. Why? Whenever we are calculating green GNP, what we need to do, first we have to calculate the GNP, that is gross national product of our country. Then we have to deduct the imputed economic cost. Okay, then we can have that green GNP. As we are deducting the economic cost, it will give us a sustainable development scenario. So always remember, whenever you are facing this term, that is green GNP or green GDP, always remember it is relating to the sustainable development. Okay, fine. Okay, so moving to the next question, that is on. The question is, the externality occurs when the consumption or production of a good causes benefit to the third party, that is called positive externality, negative externality, or both or none. Well, the answer is positive externality, because you can guess easily by the question itself, it will benefit someone. Beneficial means obviously it will be positive. So let me explain you through an example. See, suppose you have a sunflower field, okay, and nearby your sunflower field another person has put a bee box, okay, honey bee box, and that honey bee, they come to your field, they extract some honey and they are increasing by population. Okay, so in this case what happens, you are not doing anything, but naturally due to your production of sunflower field, though the third person, he is benefited. Okay, as he is benefited by your production and consumption, that is called positive externality. The contrary one is negative externality. How? Suppose you have an industry which is causing much pollution, and that pollution is affecting the side society, and that for that pollution you have to pay something inchargeable. Okay, that is why, because your production or consumption is affecting your public. Okay, and that is called negative externality. Getting the concept? So here the answer will be positive. Answer A. Clear? Okay. Moving to the next question, that is on. Okay, the question is, which among the following formulates fiscal policy? Option A, RBI, Finance Ministry, option C, Stock Exchange Board of India, and option D, Planning Commission. Well, the answer is Finance Ministry. Every year the fiscal policy is always formulated by the Ministry of Finance. This is a very theoretical question, you must have known that. So answer is your option B, that is Finance Ministry. Okay, so with this, the first part of my MCQ series got over. If you find it useful, then do mention it in the comment box, and I'll be back very soon with the second part of our MCQ series. Till then, stay with my channel and don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.